What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to a daily dose of transfer content, and today is going to be Sunday the 11th of July, 12th of July shall I say, and we have got confirmed news to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time there will be a new video in your sub box. And finally, in the comment section below, say anything and I'll try and respond to as many as I can. So first up, we have got former Newcastle striker Papi Cisse. He is on the verge of leaving his current club Alanyaspor for their Turkish Super League rivals Besiktas. It has been confirmed now by his agent. His agent did confirm the positive discussions between the two clubs and also the player and the club, and now he's set to leave on a free transfer. But that will be when his current deal expires, the 2-year contract. It expires at the end of the current campaign. He has got 22 goals in 29 appearances so far in the league, which does make him the top goal scorer. And now we have got a very interesting story from The Athletic, who most of the time are very reliable. And I also want to point out, for United fans, don't worry, this is 2019. So Juventus were reportedly ready to offer rising star Mason Greenwood, ready to offer him a life-changing amount of money last year to make the move. So yeah, 2019 was the year they offered it, or were prepared to offer it, and it's a good job he stayed at Manchester United for them. He is a sensational talent. Like, as a Liverpool fan, it's pretty hard to give a lot of credit to a United player, but I can't really say anything else. He's been phenomenal for them, he's brilliant on the right or left foot, and he has got a massive future ahead of him. Ronnie Lopez could be on his way back to France, with OGC Nice looking to sign him this summer, and this story is from France Football. The 24-year-old attacking midfielder joined the Spanish outfit Sevilla from Monaco back in 2019. But he's not sure of a place in the starting 11, so that could see him go back to Ligue 1, and the article doesn't mention how much he'll cost. And looking at his transfer market profile, his dip has been kind of massive in fact, because when he went from Monaco to Sevilla on August 14th, 2019, he cost them about 25 million euros, and back then his market value was about the same, and now it's more than half, down to 10 million. Jonathan IKONE is a subject of interest from Chelsea and Inter Milan. The 22-year-old attacking midfielder has spent the last 2 seasons with Lille, but he could be on the move this summer, and I mentioned yesterday with both Newcastle and Tottenham also monitoring him. But the 10 Sport report that Chelsea and Inter have both got them in their sights, and they could be ready to make a bid this summer. And I did read somewhere that apparently Lille do expect to recoup about 160 million euros this summer, so they'll be very active in the window itself as well. But those players expected to leave are Osimhen, Gabriel, IKONE, and I think there's 2 more players on that list. Alessandro Florenzi's time at Roma appears to be up, going by a report by Calciomercato. The right-back has been on loan at Valencia since January, and he still has 3 years to go on his current contract with the Italian outfit. But they're ready to let him go, and Atalanta could be his next destination. They're interested in taking him in on a permanent basis, and my guess for a fee is probably about 10 to 20 million. It's safe to say his time at Valencia hasn't really been too successful, because just 2 games in he received a red card, and since then he has mainly been the right back, but they've been losing a fair amount of games. A story from El Gol Digital is that RB Salzburg are currently leading the race for Lee Kang-in. He recently handed in a transfer request and is keen on leaving Valencia this summer. Salzburg are currently looking to fill the holes left by Haaland, Hwang and Minamino, so they're looking to bring in some more attackers. Lee's exit clause is an impressive 80 million euros, but Valencia are understood to be willing to sell him for half of that at about 40, which is still an extremely unrealistic amount for Salzburg, but they are optimistic of working out a deal because, again, he handed in a transfer request. Werder Bremen sporting director Frank Baumann has confirmed Kosovo winger Milo Rashica is asked to leave the club this summer, with Wolves, Liverpool, AC Milan, RB Leipzig and Hertha Berlin all reportedly interested in the 24-year-old. And luckily for Werder Bremen, they do hold a pretty good stance in talks because they did avoid relegation. If they didn't, he'd be free to go for 15 million, but now his clause is about 38, but I don't think he'll be going for that amount. Tutto Mercato are saying AC Milan could return for Dani Olmo this summer. That's as the RB Leipzig attacker could reportedly follow Ralf Rangnick to the San Siro. The outlet does say that Milan will try again to get the 22-year-old, who did choose a move to the German Bundesliga over the Rossoneri in January, so he has only been there for half a year, so it might be a bit too early for him to move on. But like I mentioned, because Ralf Rangnick is going to AC Milan as apparently the key for their rebuild, it could be an opportunity for Dani Olmo. Newcastle are ready to rival Manchester United when it comes to the transfer of Fiorentina forward Federico Chiesa, and this is according to La Nazione. Juventus and Inter have also been linked with a highly rated Italian international, but the ambitious Magpies want to see him at St James's Park. But a story from Corriere Fiorentino are saying United, that's Manchester United, they are close to agreeing a fee with Fiorentina for Chiesa. It doesn't mention how much he will cost, but Newcastle, they want to try and bring him in. Another update about Thiago and a potential move to Liverpool now. So apparently Liverpool are not looking to sign the Bayern midfielder, and the Reds are only looking to make new signings if they have any significant departures. ESPN are saying the Reds will only look to reinvest any funds that come in for players, but are confident of keeping their title-winning squad together. And there are so many different articles contradicting each other at the moment. Some saying that a deal is done, it's just now working out Liverpool, the finances between them and Bayern Munich. Whereas the English press, most of them are saying that Liverpool won't be signing him. Now, obviously injuries could maybe affect that and they might pursue a move. And with Jordan Henderson missing the rest of the season, who knows what's going to happen. Chelsea have stepped up their pursuit of £90 million rated Germany and Bayer Leverkusen star Kai Havertz, and the reason for it is because Callum Hudson-Odoi, he hasn't developed into the player they expected. That story is from 90 Min, and I imagine part of it is true, but you've also got to say that the reason they're pursuing Kai Havertz is because he's so good. Like, he will change any team he goes into, he's that good of a player, and the fact he's so young as well, he has got a crazy high ceiling. Inter are reportedly keen on bringing back Roma midfielder Nicolo Zaniolo, that's after losing him for nothing 2 years ago in part exchange for Nainggolan. Tuttosport claim Inter are ready to do battle with Juventus for a third time in the transfer market. Juve won the race to sign Dejan Kulusevski in January, while Sandro Tonali seems to be leaning towards Inter. Roma are all but certain to miss out on the Champions League qualification this season, so they may be forced to cash in on Zaniolo. Other stories are saying they're prepared to sanction the sale of the 21-year-old if they receive an offer meeting their valuation, which is thought to be around €60 million. Now obviously it'd be a very expensive one for Inter because, again, like the article did say, they lost him on a free transfer in part exchange for Nainggolan. So to bring him back, they'll have to pay a massive fee for him, but again, he's a crazy good talent. Manchester United are closing in on the signing of Jaden Sancho, with Borussia Dortmund hoping to use a sale to boost their financial situation. Dortmund announced a £40 million loss this season because of the coronavirus pandemic, and the Bundesliga club is keen to use the sale of Sancho, that's to relieve the pressure according to the Express. The Germans want more than £100 million for the England star, but United have said they won't want to pay more than 50. Now, they might meet halfway at about 75 million, but I'd still say he's still worth closer to the 100 million mark. And I'm not gonna lie, again, as a Liverpool fan, it's hard to give credit to United, but if they do bring Sancho in alongside the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, they've got a very scary squad for next season. Okay, I might be giving a bit too much credit to their defence because their attack looks phenomenal, but I still think they need to work massively on the defensive area. ESPN are saying that Barcelona have agreed personal terms with Inter Milan and Argentine striker Lautaro Martinez, but their deal does depend on whether the Catalan club can sell Brazilian midfielder Felipe Coutinho, who spent the last season on loan at Bayern Munich. Now, Coutinho's fee, it'd probably cover most of Martinez's fee, definitely not all of it, but Mundo Deportivo have something extra to add. They say that Inter are ready to negotiate Martinez's departure and they're looking for a fee about 90 million euros, which is 21 million less than his release clause which expired this week. But as stories do keep saying, Barca don't want to pay that type of money. They are willing to offer 3 or 4 players in exchange and maybe a little bit of cash, but it's extremely unlikely they'll depart with 90 million euros as money. They have been after him for a long time now, and last week it looked like Inter were very positive about him staying because they're trying to offer him a massive new contract. But the stories do keep popping up that Barca want to sign him, they've agreed personal terms, and we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video in your sub box. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.